Have you been looking everywhere in Clark County for the right area and you've been thinking about Hockinson to buy? I'm going to give you 4 reasons to avoid Hockinson and my top 4 cons of that area. Let's get into it. Hey, my name is Jesse Grover. I'm a local real estate agent here in Vancouver, Washington. I help growing families. I help relocation. I help the buyers and the sellers of the Vancouver and Portland Metro relocate, buy, sell in this area. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. You can call, text, or email. All my information is down in the descriptions, and I would love to help you out and answer any questions. If you get any value with this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification because I'm dropping videos like this every single week, and it greatly helps me out. Now let's get into the 4 reasons why I think you should avoid Hockinson. Now my first con about Hockinson, and one that comes up all the time, is really just how expensive it is to get into Hockinson. Growing up in this area, Hockinson has always been viewed to me as the place that people go when they have money and they want some land and they want to buy and they want to be out from other people, like out and away from other people. And I feel like that still holds today. Hockinson is filled with big, expensive homes, million-dollar homes all over the area, and it is beautiful out there. There are some farms, there are some agricultural areas, but for the most part, it's just big houses on big plots of land, and it's going to cost you a good amount of money, $600, $700, $800 and up I don't want to say entry level house, but like that's going to be the starting point to get into and enter into Hockinson. And there's a lot more that's well above that in around $1 million. These houses are beautiful. They're amazing, but you're going to have to pay to play to get into Hockinson. My number 2 con for this area is going to be just the distance from everything. There really isn't much in Hockinson. There's a tiny little gas station, a little convenience store, and some other little things right there on that main intersection. But other than that, there's really not much going on in Hockinson. So you're going to have to drive to go to the grocery store, drive to go to the restaurant, drive to go to the bar or any local event or any other entertainment, the movie theater or bowling or whatever you want to go do that night. You're going to have to go to it. It's also your neighbors are going to be far away. So if you have kids and stuff, they really can't just go play out in the street and go play with the neighbors. The neighbors that they know are going to be streets and miles away because they have another plot of land in another part of Hockinson. So it's just going to be really hard because there's not a big cohesion and a big mainstay in Hockinson. Everything's kind of spread out. But that leads into my third kind of negative point about Hockinson is there's no city, there's no town, there's really nothing in there. Hockinson actually is part of Brush Prairie. They have a Brush Prairie address. There is no really Hockinson on paper. It kind of doesn't really exist besides being a name that people are throwing around because you definitely do live in Brush Prairie when you're in Hockinson. There really isn't much going on in the town or the city proper of Hockinson. They do have schools, and they have some great schools. They have a fire station that puts on some events, but other than that, there's just not much out there. And that really leads me into my 4th and my final negative thing to say about Hockinson is I don't see much growth happening in the future for Hockinson town proper. More commercial, more event, more tourist attraction, I guess, is I see Vancouver pushing in, and there's lots of subdevelopments and subdivisions happening in Hockinson, but it's more of Vancouver pushing into the area than Hockinson developing that themselves. I just don't see them having much adding a grocery store over there or adding more restaurants or more spaces for that. I see Battleground, because they bump up to that on the north end of Hockinson. I see them expanding into those other venues, or the north end of Vancouver, and them expanding more and more and adding more restaurants, adding more commercial space, things like that. I just see Hockinson staying as houses, staying as land, staying as big lots. I just don't see much else happening out in that area in the future, and I haven't really heard much about it. So if that's really what you're looking for, and you're looking for more excitement, more town, more city vibes, or just more community connection, it might have to be elsewhere, because Hockinson is definitely lacking in some parts. While it is beautiful, it is great to drive out there, it's really cool to see the people and stuff, it's just lacking in other areas that really help create a community. Thank you for watching this video. If you got any value from this, please like this video. It helps me out a ton. If you have any questions about buying or selling in the Vancouver, Portland metro area, please reach out to me. All my information is down in the description, and I will answer any questions you might have. I really appreciate all those that are contacting me. And if you have any questions about Hockinson or other areas that you might have concerns about, please drop a comment and I'll respond to those immediately, really. So again, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.